Let's go live, and we are live. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great evening or a very early morning where you're all at on the other side of the country. I'm from Livermore, California. My name is Chris C., the Slasher Dude. If you could, slash the like, sleeping bag, the subscribe, which 120 of you all have done. Maybe some are bots, some are probably evil sons of bitches like myself from deepest places in hell, and I really appreciate it. This is just the love. Real quick, I just decided to do this. Why not? Here's a cheer to all of you. Thank you very much for the subs. I appreciate that. I never thought I don't know how long I've been doing this, but it's just a great honor and just awesome. I started watching people like Pop's Movie Dungeon, a.k.a. Alan. Very cool dude. And he invited me on his stream and stuff like that because he was just doing a quick BS stream and stuff like that. And I highly appreciate him for that. And, I just showed off some movies and stuff like that. And I thought, why the hell not? And just started doing this on my phone that's over there on the couch over there. Started doing just quick vids on that and that Galaxy that's not any good anymore. And then my awesome mom, who is my rock, when she passes, I'll make a statue of her if I can, is the reason I'm here and the reason I love films in general or just everything else. And, like my late father, everybody else like that, just introducing me to movies in general and just being very cool. My grandparents for introducing me to movies, specifically my grandfather, my grandpa Joe, who I'm so happy that we have companies like Best Run that released it. And just the fact that I remember, I forgot how old I was and just sitting in a chair in an old tube TV and watching it was on just regular television. I'm like asking Grandpa, like, hey, Grandpa, what's this? And he's like, this, Chris, is Extreme Prejudice. And I was hooked at the start. Love the film to this day. I'm surprised it's probably in my top 20 favorite movies of all time. And that was kind of the start. Friday the 13th, of course. Hence, I'm known as the Slasher Dude and stuff like that, just doing all this good stuff and all that great stuff too. And, watching that that was shortly after my dad passed in 1999. My mom was just going out, just having fun, and stuff like that, as she should. She was the breadwinner. She's still the breadwinner. She's retired, but she's still the breadwinner. And I remember just watching that and just being like, just glued. I mean, my first Friday the 13th film, of course, was part 4. That was on cable. It was highly edited, but it don't matter. It still terrified the hell out of me. Crispin Glover, where the fuck is the corkscrew? You get that typical kill there and that typical fright. And then the original, I saw that on HBO, I believe, back in the day, the black box days, you can say. And I remember my mom unlocks the door and enters in, and I'm just like terrified and all that other stuff too. So, and it's just great times as a kid. Always been into horror, been into anime, Japanese animation when I got older. Kind of just out of high school a little bit, going to college, you can say, community college. And fortunately, one of these days I'll go back to that. But going to the Blockbuster when Blockbuster was still around, seeing tapes there, buying the tapes and stuff like that. I had a shitload more of tapes. I don't have a lot of them now, but I mean, it was really, really, really cool just getting those and stuff like that, specifically for anime, because that's where I started collecting VHS, mostly for anime. And then certain movies. I don't have those certain movies anymore. I kind of regret that, but a lot of them were kind of bad and kind of different. If you all remember a movie called Supernova with Jamie Lee Curtis, it's an interesting film. I think his last name is Bauer, isn't it? I haven't seen that film in years. I had a lot of anime, Japanese animation on tapes. I no longer have those. A few I still kept and stuff like that. But then I just started collecting DVDs and just collecting the DVDs and all this other good stuff too. So. And hey, my brother Caveman, aka Guy. My fellow tribesman brother. Thanks for joining me real quick. Like I said, this is just really, really, really quick. I know Pop's Movie Dungeon did a quick stream and stuff like that of what he picked up and all that stuff too. So like I said, I decided to just do I do these off the wall streams sometimes just to get this out of the way, just to just to get the fact out that, I'm just blessed just to have 120 subs, and I really appreciate it, and all this other stuff too. I know people will watch the replay, and, it's very cool to have that. Yeah, thank you. That's because of this guy right here. That's because of, there. That's because of Caveman and stuff. He made my new avatar kind of picture and stuff like that. Chrissy, the slasher dude, has my name on there. It didn't fit completely with the picture, but, I put that on here for this quick celebration stream and stuff like that too, so it's just highly appreciated. And it's really a YouTube journey, and just all this other stuff too. This community, this BlueTube cinephile community just embraced me, and I really heavily appreciate it. We all love film. We just all love genre in general. We love the genre. We love just everything that's going on here. And, it's just really cool. I know times are changing a little bit. I was very sad and disappointed that Best Buy is just backing out of the physical media business entirely. That will not work for them, in my opinion. I'm just going to say that straight up. I would like for them to go back to that. Maybe because of the sales of the physical media and stuff like that, maybe, just maybe, they may turn course, because I think they can go the way of Circuit City. I'm just going to put that straight up. It just seems that way. To not just go to do that selling specifically online would have been a better option, which makes me wonder if certain companies decided to back away from them. I don't know who's in charge there, but you may need to rethink your ideas and all this other stuff too. With certain companies like Warner Brothers and stuff. I'm going on a little tangent, but I'll get to that in a second. Just a little tangent on that, where, companies like Warner Brothers and stuff like that, and they come out with good movies. They just do. I like the Snyderverse films. I love DC films. I like them more than Marvel. A lot of people give them shit and stuff like that, where they're saying the DC films should be Marvel. I kind of agree with that. If Zack Snyder was directing Marvel films, that would be better than what we get now with Marvel. Like, if you switch them and have, I forget the director's name that did some stuff there, and have him do DC films and have Snyder do, say films like the X-Men films, and do films like, the only really great films that come out of the Marvel franchise to me, Marvel Studios in general, were the original X-Men films, other than The Last Stand. I love those films. I saw both those films, 1 and 2, in the theater. I saw Logan in the theater. That was the last gasp of Fox Marvel for my thing and stuff like that. Yeah. Caveman kind of mentioned that the Russo brothers did Avengers, Infinity War, and also Endgame, I believe, if I'm correct, Caveman. Sorry, just a little buzz right here, because I'm happy slasher dude at the moment, but I can be an emotional slasher dude. And we got, and then we get this mediocrity that we have now, and you kind of see the change in the landscape. And like I said, I love my DC films. I love the old school Marvel films and stuff like that. And, it's just kind of cool that they brought that back, and just being introduced with a lot of these blue tubers and cinephiles, a lot of different different takes and a lot of movies I was never introduced to. I'm blessed to have people like Brad. I call him the straight edge superstar of YouTube. He's the CM Punk in YouTube, in my opinion, because he tells the truth. If you don't like it, that's too goddamn bad. He introduced me to Category 3 films, so I highly appreciate him for that. Films like The Untold Story, which is the first Category 3 and the only Category 3 film I have watched. That might be in my top 20 films of all time, because that film is just batshit crazy and great, and it makes you think about it and gives me nightmares. So I will work my way up by watching Ebola Syndrome one of these days. I think, of course, Pop's movie Dungeon, because him and I kind of think alike a little bit about film. I'm a huge Sylvester Stallone fan. I love the Rocky films, all of them. I love the Rambo films, all of them. Um, uh, I forgot. I don't think I mentioned that in the stream I did with Caveman here, still in chat. I appreciate that. Whoever's here. I'm thankful for specifically films, in general. Just being a fan of that in general. I appreciate Rocky V a lot for what it is. The whole father-son dynamic in Rocky V, I really like a lot. This flashback scene with Mickey still can bring me to tears. That's a man's movie if you can ever see it. And it's just it's movies like that, movies like Gladiator, of course, which I won't talk about here. I can talk about that forever, which brings certain feelings to me and brings certain reactions to me. I'm thankful for movies like that, and just thankful for just a lot of stuff. Just films in the streams I watched with Pop's Movie Dungeon and Brad and Dirk and Dr. Ordinary and all these awesome dudes just getting into this stuff. It's just a great stuff and just great content that they all give, and just introduced me to more films. Dirk and Darren specifically, and Brad, and just to introduce me to Giallo, which is my new favorite subgenre. I love Giallo to death. I thank them for that. They're the reason I do Giallo Wednesdays. They're the reason I fell in love with Lucio Fulci. He's my all-time favorite Giallo director. There is a mountaintop. You can say, like you say, you have God in the throne. You have Moses on one side, and you have Abraham on the other. You have Mario Bava on the throne, and you have Dario Argento on one side, and you have Lucio Fulci on the other, and then you have Sergio Martino kind of sneaking up there, being on the one of the other sides, one of the two. So it's really, really cool, and all that good stuff as well. Yeah, I know he passed away too. Oh God, it's been a long time and stuff like that too. But Rocky V is just such a great film. One of these days we'll probably get a steelbook box set of the Rocky films, like all of them. I'd like to see that, and I would include the Creed in there. I've not seen Creed 2, and I've not seen Creed 3 yet. So, it'll eventually happen. And just throw some quick pickups. Some I did a video on today, and this is another one that I just picked up. I pre-ordered this off of Scream Factory / Shout Factory. That's Silver Bullet. One of my all-time favorite werewolf films, based off the Stephen King novella, Night of the Werewolf, I believe. I've seen the book at Barnes & Noble a few times. I need to pick that up. One of my all-time favorite werewolf films. One of these days I'll do my top whatever werewolf films. There's some few more I need to watch, and then I'll do my rankings on that. Right now, I'll just say it. Howling's my number one. I just love Howling a lot. So it's really good. This is a bare bones. I'm kind of disappointed. It's cool to get it with the slip and stuff like that, but it's just and there's no reverse cover for this either. So it's just a poster, which I got with that, but it's just the cinematic, which is fine. That's all good. Like I say, this film stars Corey Haim and Gary Busey. I love this film to death. It's very terrifying. But yeah, that Silver Bullet recently came in. Then, of course, the Horror Pack stuff. Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. I don't know. I need to check this shit out. It's just it's like crazy. I don't know. Like I said, this is my last Horror Pack that I got in and stuff like that. I can't afford it at the moment. I might as well just say it, So I have a lot of shit to watch anyway. So in my video, I kind of explain that anyway. Like that. Rings. I've never seen this one, but it's kind of cool to have it because I have the original Ring. Not the original, that's Ringu, but I mean Ring here, probably one of the greatest PG-13 horror films ever made, and I believe that's Vincent D'Onofrio right here with the glasses. It looks like him, so I believe it is him. But And yeah, so it's kind of an old school release, so it's kind of cool to have that, of course. Let me check their Caveman. The extra features on Silver Bullet. It's a new. I mentioned it in the chat in one of the streams, Brad streams, I think. It's a new 2023 transfer for both the discs. So this has the Blu-ray and the 4K on it. So it has that. New audio commentary with Eric Vespi and Scott Wambler. Eric Vespi is the director. Audio commentary with Martha De Laurentiis, which is huge. De Laurentiis as the same De Laurentiis, I think. Just that company in general. Audio commentary, isolated score selections, all that good stuff. A lot of special features here. I just show them up real quick. So they usually do that. So that's one thing Screen Factory does good. So it's probably a copy of the Blu-ray of that. So. And then, this guy right here. I don't know. This looks like something Gizmo would have done called Nausea Undead and stuff like that. So it's MVD Visual. You can find some of these on. I have another one from MVD Visual called I forget the name of it that I got off of Hamilton Book. So this looks interesting. So I might check this out sooner than later. The premise looks pretty good. So. It's written directed by Steven Spiel. So, and it's 2018, not that long. So it's one of the newer ones. So we'll see. And of course, you all know you want to see it and stuff like that. Is this release right here of Killer Goats? I didn't know this was this type of release. So this comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD and stuff like that too. I know there's a steelbook out. A lot of people, this will probably get nominated for a Razzie. It'll probably get the Razzie. I think this came out this year and stuff like that, so this might be the worst horror slasher film of the year. I'll find out. I believe it's a slasher, right? So, as my job as the slasher dude, I'm going to have to check this out. So, I'll find out. If you have any Q&A questions for me, just go ahead and answer them. Like I said, this is just a quick, huge thank you for the 120 subs that I have. I highly appreciate it. The Slasher Dude is blessed, and small skinny fish in a big pond of awesome blue tuber sharks and all this other stuff too. I've done this before with my YouTube journey. So I'm 44 years old. I was born on April 16th, 1979 in Hayward, San Leandro area. Moved out here to Livermore, California about 2 weeks later. Let's see. I've been into film forever, been into video games forever, but basically been into film forever. I've just, I've collected stuff all my damn life and stuff like that too. So it's like a lot of stuff I still have. There's a lot of, there's a Hot Wheels. I've mentioned that before in the stream I did with Caveman. There's a Hot Wheels suitcase, you can say, in there with a bunch of Hot Wheels my grandfather got for me. So, stuff like that I keep. There's something called a Bandit Bank, which is a slot machine bank and stuff like that. So you just put the coins in the bank. Just put the coins in it. It works like a slot machine. Great stuff there too. All that stuff too. So I've been collecting kind of stuff forever. Cartoons, Japanese animation, I'll always be kind of a kid for that and stuff like that. It's just your tastes change as you grow up and stuff like that. So getting into new stuff, like I just watched a film that was done in 1966 and I'm just like blown away by how good these films look from just like all corners of the country. So it's just very cool seeing that. These are DVDs that I got off of the Goodwill that's very, very close to me, that some of them were shown in my a DVD tournament that I did with Bob's Blu-rays. I hope he's doing okay. I haven't seen him in a while, but I hope he's doing good. I hope he's having good holidays and all that stuff too. He's a great addition to this community. He does great live streams, so I hope you're doing good there, Bob. Take care. I remember showing this guy here. I remember having this almost probably in the same snapper case. I saw this at the Goodwill and stuff like that, and this is why I love film. I love The Lost Boys a lot. Watched this a lot as a kid. They used to show this on TV, on regular television, cable television. Great songs. I have the soundtrack to that. This is one of them, and this is probably one of the coolest covers of all time. So yeah, that's of course the typical snapper case for Tangerine Dream. I saw it there, and why not? I check them all. I check all the discs, of course. Films like this, so I like all films, not just slasher films, of course, and horror, of course. National Lampoon's Vacation, of course. This is one of the coolest covers of all time. Why not? God, that looks so good. And Chevy Chase and all this greatness with this film. It's been a minute since I've seen this. Unforgiven, of course. Clint Eastwood Classics Collection and stuff like that. I haven't watched this film all the way through. I have a Blu-ray with some of his films on it. It's like a collection, and it's like a double pack, and one of them is, of course, is Unforgiven and stuff like that too. So a lot of people just hype this up as one of the greatest Westerns of all time. Of course, as a kid, of course, watching with my dad, it's kind of slow. As a kid, you're like, oh, you want more, a lot faster and all the good stuff. So yeah, there's that. Of course, I'd like a 4K or Blu-ray of this. I'm sure there's a collection, of course, but why not? Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Digital THX. Like I said, just pop into your local. I've started to do that. Just pop into your local Goodwill. You'll even see some Blu-rays there, and some stuff that's sealed that I'm going to show in a minute here. But just showing this off real quick. Yeah, Die Hard 2, Die Harder. I like this film a lot. A lot of people kind of shit on it, I think, a little bit like that, but I love that. There's a plane crash scene, that's just like terrifying and really, really brutal and stuff like that. I forget the actor that plays the villain in this and stuff like that. This film is extremely violent. I love it a lot. But yeah, Die Hard 2 is a banger, man. I just love this shit a lot. Very, very cool. So, Dennis Franz is in this one too. So yeah, you can have a movie with Dennis Franz in here. It's terrific. So there's that. This one too. I was just glad to find it. Another type release of the same thing, Manhunter. Yeah. Don't pay attention to what it kind of says up here. But yeah, this one has. I don't think we have a proper Blu-ray release of this, or we did, but it's out of print now. This will probably be coming to 4K. I know it will. This is a Michael Mann film. I'm one of those kind of collectors too. I like to collect Cronenberg. I like to collect, of course, Ridley Scott. Michael Mann, I need to get more into what he has. Of course, he did Thief. I still need to watch that. This is Manhunter. I haven't seen this for a shitload of a long time. I need to check out this DVD. Yeah, William Peterson. And Dr. Hannibal Lecter is played by Brian Cox. So that's Hannibal right there. So yeah, it's trippy. And this is Anchor Bay, by the way. So yeah, if it's Anchor Bay and you can find it, definitely keep these and stuff like that, since they no longer exist. Because Anchor Bay put these things in them here. And I really like that. So little booklets there. So I really like that a lot. I need to check this out. The DVD is still good and stuff like that too. Like I say, I check out all the DVDs and stuff like that too. DVD still works and stuff like that. So I'm a collector, and like I said, so it's really cool just to have this. And this one, good thing Pops isn't in here. I love Armageddon and stuff like that. This is a little bit better. The Day After Tomorrow with Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid. I really like that, and this is a lenticular cover. And this is brand spanking new. It even has the Best Buy sticker on there. Are you kidding me? And this isn't opened. So yeah, I had to get this, and yeah, this is a 20th Century Fox. So yeah, it was very, very cool to get this. So it was very cool to to find that there brand new and stuff like that. And they just had their deals and stuff like that. You get to, it's like whatever like that. So it's so fucking cool. So I love it a lot. So yeah, day after tomorrow. So we'll probably get a 4K or Blu-ray of this soon. I can see a steelbook of this coming. Like I say, it's 20th Century Fox. Disney, straight up, release this, please. Pretty please. I really like this film a lot. It's very cool. It's a very good film. Last but not least, since I'm a Ridley Scott's my all-time favorite director and stuff like that, another one at Best Buy, and don't let the price fool you on here for a DVD. That's Black Hawk Down. Yeah. So I'll probably save up and buy the steelbook and stuff like that. I've seen it on. It's just like really cool film. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, it's Ridley Scott. It's a very cool film. Let's see. Ridley Scott film, and a Jerry Bruckheimer production. So yeah, this is action packed. It's probably one of the better war films to come out during that time. So let's see, I forget his name. Yeah, Josh Hartnett, which I know was on hiatus for a long time. He just recently did a film with Gal Gadot, I believe, and somebody else, I forget. Yeah, one of these days I plan on doing my all-time top 5 Ridley Scott films and stuff like that. So I have to revisit this film, but I'll save up and buy the Steelbook Blu-ray 4K. So definitely a good thing. But yeah, that's Black Hawk Down. So sealed, all that good stuff. Special edition. Look at that. 31. You can't see. It's like $31.99. So yeah, creme de la creme stuff here. So I love my DVDs, like you say. So great stuff. And let's see. Keep this going, of course, for longer. I've only been going on for 26 minutes. I know, like I say, it's a school night, you can say, and stuff like that. And just like a huge appreciation. You can say kind of celebration, but just huge appreciation. My favorite all-time found footage film is, of course, Cloverfield. I love that film to death. It's just a great thing and stuff like that too. My favorite, all-time favorite slasher is of course Friday the 13th. Of course it is. I've talked about that a lot. Let's see. I thought about, like I said, I haven't looked at it a lot, but fuck it. Let's go see if this will alert Brad. I am going to go to Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm going to listen to some suggestions here. God, I'm way too buzzed here. So first, I have to set that up. So. Let's see here. Oh, never mind. So it's over. Never mind. So, okay, let's go to Severance, see what they're doing here. I may be in trouble here, but we'll find out. Like I said, because it was like 10 minutes when I looked at the stream and stuff like that too. So, oh yeah, I still have time. So, okay. So let's see here. Let's see if I can get into here. All right, we're kind of here. And one of the bundles is sold out. And let's look at some certain ones. Caveman, I know you're not into these and stuff like that, so I'm just looking through these real quick. So, of course, let's look at the bundles here real quick and let's see what they have. So the Molto Soabi bundle. So this is a good $300 there, party people. So let's see. It comes with a Cemetery Man in the Sect and the Church, with a snow globe, which is probably terrible. A demonic keychain there. We got 2 pendants. We got enamel pins. And of course, we've got the shirts, which are pretty cool. I like the shirts. The church one doesn't look like I can wear at the time. So Cemetery Man snow globe. God, you guys are crazy. I gotta hand it to Severin. You may not like them, but they're kind of killing it this year. So definitely pretty good. And I know the church is a Dario Argento production. I think it's from his because it says Dario Argento presents. So he got this one here too. So if you have the funds and you want to get the shirts, I think the shirts and stuff like that would be worth it. It'd be cool to get the shirts with the 4Ks or the sets that they have. So that's very cool. So let's see what they have out here. Just the discs bundle. So this is $275. So this comes with the church, the sect, Cemetery Man, the Dead One, Spider Labyrinth, Raiders of the Living Dead. I believe I said that right. The Unscarred, Stir, Scum, and then the Closed Circuit. A lot of films I've not heard of. Cemetery Man, people praise the hell out of. They say that's like a better version of Evil Dead 2. I would save my judgment for that. I love Evil Dead 2 more than the original. Yep, that's a hot take, ladies and gentlemen. So, comes with the sect. Awesome releases by Severin. Jesus Christ. If you like this stuff, which I do, but I just don't have the funds to do it. So, that. Other bundles here where they get kind of cheaper and cheaper if you want to get kind of like 2 or whatever like that. I was hoping for the Combat Shock Blu-ray and stuff like that. That's they no longer have it, I believe. Then you have the Tangled Web bundle where you have Spider Labyrinth, which looks like a fake spider. Let's look at that just for the hell of it. 4-inch white figurine of the Spider Labyrinth. So it looks like a creature feature. So interesting. Of course, it's region free. I wouldn't buy it if it wasn't. Okay. I'm starting to regret myself now for not getting the not getting the ones from Vinegar Syndrome, but Brad is the soothsayer, and he tells the truth and stuff like that too. So you know, so. Yeah, I remember seeing that, stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second. I'll just go through some of the sites here there, Caveman. Yeah, like I say, Hamilton book is definitely, I'll definitely check that out, definitely. No, I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I know it's really late on the other side of the country here and stuff like that. So, yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it. Just going through the goodies here and stuff like that too. So yeah, appreciate y'all for joining and stuff like that. Quick, huge thank you, of course, like that. And just going through some of the sites here. I know Black Friday stuff is about ready to end and stuff like that. And here's the Big Daddy right here. So this one, that's a good price for this set. Castle of Blood, Jekyll. They have changed and the Devil's Lover. They have another one too, the Italian Gothic collection. I highly recommend this. Probably the first one too is supposed to be really good. Yeah, and these are stuff done in the looks like to the late 60s to the 70s, early 70s. So yeah, and age restricted. And we will not look at that on here because yeah, and all this other stuff too. This one I will wait on. I'm trying to collect a lot of Dracula films, specifically Hammer-like ones, and specifically ones with this guy in here, Christopher Lee. And this was what I was talking about there, chat, Caveman. See the way he looks and stuff like that. And this one's done by Jess Franco, which I heard is quite good. People like this film a lot. He did this with another film for Hammer at around the same time. So he did this, and then he did the Hammer film. I think he was doing these both at the same time. So it's this is a great release from Severin, and yeah, done 73. So wow. So yeah, Jess Franco is a trippy cat for a director. So I mean, when it's good, it's good. Yeah, because this dude right here is the Renfield character for, I believe. I think this is the first one where Renfield is mentioned. I just know the film with Nicolas Cage playing as Dracula, and that's called Renfield. That's the first time I ever heard of the Renfield character, but he's supposedly in here. I don't know a lot about that character in general. But yeah, good on them for getting that up, and damn, these are good deals. Cushing Curiosities. Cushing and Lee were very, very, very good friends. It's very cool. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. He played Sherlock Holmes. Wow, he did. He played Sherlock Holmes in The Hound of Baskerville, I believe, which is one of the greatest Sherlock Holmes stories of all time. What a great actor. He is sorely missed. Of course, he played Van Helsing. Footprints. This one, that's a good price. I'd wait for that to get down farther. It's forget the director of this. It's a good giallo if you like giallos and stuff like that. Dirk and Darren have talked about this film a lot. I can't afford this right now. I'd wait till it goes down a little bit in price. But yeah, Footprints is considered top tier as a giallo. It's different, and I like stuff that's different. Yeah, directed by Luigi Pizzoni, The Fifth Chord. And I have The Fifth Chord as part of the giallo essentials set from Arrow. So yeah, it's been highly recommended. But yeah, Footprints definitely that'd be definitely a pickup if you don't have it. This is an interesting one. Elizabeth Taylor in Identikit, I believe. I can't say that right. That's very interesting. And then you have this one, Dracula and Son. This is kind of a comedy. I've heard about this. I watched the YouTube channel where they kind of talk about films like this, where Lee reprises his part as Dracula, of course, like that. But, you know, and this is his final screen appearance. And this was done in 76. His Lee's final appearance as Dracula. I remember a YouTube channel talked about this one. Yeah, it's a comedy a little bit, so. Of course, I have Nightmare. Very good slasher. People shit on this. That's okay. Different opinions. Highly recommend it. If you want it with the slip, probably the 55 is probably the best you're going to get for that. Other than that, if you get just the bare bones 4K, I would highly recommend it. I like Nightmare. A lot of people don't. It's just different. It's a video nasty. I know the producer got in deep shit about it. It's a film that Tom Savini kind of rejects a little bit. He almost sued the company for using his name or was thinking about using his name. So, of course, The Psychic. This is going to be my series finale for Fulci Friday. I'm going to watch that on Friday, or watch that probably Thursday night. And give my review on that. I would recommend that. That's worth the price, $55. This is close for being my release of the year, single release of the year. I love Lucio Fulci, so I'd recommend The Psychic. Let's see. Let's view all here. Actually, let's see if I can. Let's just go to Blu-ray real quick because they have sales in here, and I just go with Blu-ray because Blu-ray is fine. Like I say, The Dead Ones, good sales. Danza Macabre, that's the volume 2. Dracula, we already discussed that. Footprints. This comes stuff I don't care about. Extraterrestrial Visitors, that got down to $17.48. So that'd be a good price if you kind of want to look at a horror version of E.T., I believe. Alien from the Abyss. This was mentioned in something around in my collection. Action Mutante, of course, I have it. Let's check this out. 5 Days, standard Blu-ray edition. I would get this. That's Dario Argento. That was done right after he did Four Flies. And then he came back and he did one of the greatest giallo films of all time called Deep Red. So. Yeah, I appreciate the 3 people that are in here just watching me just bullshit and just go through some stuff here real quick. I appreciate that, everybody. Thanks for joining. Here's the Danza Macrobite. That I'd still wait. You probably wouldn't get in a set like this, but it is Severance, so this may be the cheapest you'd be able to get it. So yeah, 4-movie set. The Monster in the Opera, The Seventh Grave, Scream of the Demon Lover, and Lady Frankenstein. I heard Lady Frankenstein is actually quite good. Very, very, very good. Stuff like that. And these were done kind of in the 70s and stuff like that. So yeah. I kind of dig these sets, kind of getting into Hammer horror and like Italian Gothic horror from the 70s and late to mid 60s. It's definitely good. House at the Edge of the Park. I have this version with the slip. Yes, I would get that. I still need to watch it, but very good. Night of the Demon. I got this for cheaper in the last sale for $20. Don't Go in the House. That's a huge yes. Night of the Demon is a hell yes. That's a Bigfoot slasher. I highly recommend this film. Violent Streets, $95. I really, really want this. It's Umberto Lenzi at his best for Italian crimes shit. So definitely, but maybe wait a little bit, of course. Attack Force Z, got all the Birdemic stuff. Other stuff I won't talk about here. Castle of the Living Dead, of course, Christopher Lee, Crypt of the Vampire. This is in a set. Blood for Dracula. I kind of want to get this film. That is a damn good price for that. $15. I heard it's a trip of a film. Man, my goodness. Done by. Let's click on this real quick. Yeah, Andy Warhol. So yeah, I remember the Criterion Channel on YouTube. Talk to this actor. So he did another one called Something for Frankenstein. Yeah, Legacy of Blood. Hugs and Kisses. The Devil's Game. This is a anthology series, I think, from Mario Bava's in this. This includes Mario Bava's final film, The Venus is starring Daria Nicolodi. Yeah, it's final. His official final film. Damn, $17. Shit. May do this off stream. So let's see. Dracula versus Frankenstein. I've heard kind of good things about this. Let's see. Faceless. House of Psychotic Women. I'm kind of saving up to get this because it's look what's in there. It's footprints right there. And I've heard, like I say, good things about it. So definitely, hopefully, if it doesn't go out of print one of these days, I'll buy it. Libido, that'd be a yes. That's a damn good price for that. It's a really good giallo, for what I understand. I've heard good things about that, so definitely we'll check that out eventually. Let's see. These are stuff I kind of know about. And here's the first Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee. These are very, very tempting. I'm trying to collect a lot of Gothic kind of stuff from Christopher Lee. Sir Christopher Lee. So let's see what they have in here. My uncle was a vampire. And that was after he did Horror of Dracula, so that's very interesting to me. Secret of the Red Orchid. Let's see. Dark Places. Dracula and Son, of course, director's cut, of course. Son's featurette. Then Murder Story, 1989. Wow. This is mentoring. So, yeah, the Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee. So, very cool. There's one I like from him. I forgot. It's called The Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. So, I'd recommend that a lot. Mardi Gras Massacre, $17. Damn. That comes with the slip. Yeesh. I better get out of here real quick. Get flagged. Stop Stabbing Me. I think Pop's Movie Dungeon Allen saw this. So out of the blue, this is a unofficial sequel to Easy Rider, I believe. So this is directed by Dennis Hopper, the late great Dennis Hopper. Probably when he was doing the sauce like I'm doing here. I looked at that. Black Candles, I recognize. I think Texas did one for that. Thank you, Caveman. If you're watching, please slash the like button. Like I said, it's good old 3 in the morning in other parts of the country. So I'll go to Hamilton Book in a second here. Just going through real quick. If I recognize anything. Don't Go in the House. Of course, I mentioned that. That's a great film, in my opinion. That's a Video Nasty. Let's see. All or Nothing with Jude Nielsen, right? So, or someone that looks like him. An Angel for Satan. I've heard good things about this one. Damn, these are good prices for this. So, and it's Barbara Steele. So, damn, that's a really good release. So, yeah. The Fourth Victim, Carol Baker. I have this. I do not. I got to find out who directed this. So, St. Jello, Knife of Ice, which I have. It's Carol Baker, great actress. Yeah. Score. Yeah, directed by Julie Martins. So The Fourth Victim. I've heard good things about this one too. That's a good price for that. Like I said, you can get stuff with a slip in here. I'm just going to go through this real quick. Midnight. This is the original Midnight. There's a remake of Midnight, but yeah, like I say, this one has a slip cover. Day of Judgment, I've heard, is interesting. Raiders of Atlantis. This is Ruggero Deodato. That's the Blu-ray. That's a good price for that. $15. It's Ruggero Deodato, the same dude who did Cannibal Holocaust and did another movie called Body Count, which we don't have a good physical release on. Severin, please to God, pick that up, please. Overboard with slipcover. $10. Really? Really, everybody? Really? $10. $10 for this film. They used to show this all the time on TV. Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, MGM. It's flipping Severin on a slip for $10. If you don't have it, get it. You save 50%. Cannibal Man, I've heard interesting things about that. That has a slip cover. That's very interesting. No One Heard Her Scream. I've heard good things about that. Siege, heard good things about that. Hero Christopher Lee. This might be the full box set, is it? Crypt of the Vampire, Castle of the Living Dead. Yeah. Yeah, the Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. So this is it. This is the one that has this guy right here, the Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. So they do have it. $105. If I had it, I would buy this. Just for this. This is a film where he isn't Dracula, but he kind of plays like he's Dracula. You know what I mean? So it's like really, I really like it a lot. Yeah, it's a great film. This is on Amazon Prime still, I think, if you want to watch it. I highly recommend it. I like it a lot. It's gothic horror from the 60s. Very good. So I like it a lot. Damn, that's a good box set for $105. That's very cool. Damn. So Santa Sangre, I think Johnny Walker, Johnny's Boutique Label Movies, I believe, recommended this. He says it's pretty good. Grizzly, $20. Yeah, this is a TV film. I'd recommend it. I haven't seen it in years. A Day of the Animals, I've heard good things about that. Perdita Durango, I've heard good things about that. Day of the Beast, I have that. That's a little bit cheaper than it was. I got the 4K of this, so that's the Blu-ray. So I got the 4K, I think, for $20. Nosferatu in Venice. I've heard about that. Theater Bazaar. I've heard good things about that. Castle of the Keep Creeping Flesh. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of family portraits. I've heard good things about that. I still need to watch that. The Patrick stuff. This one, The Black Cat. I try to collect I'm trying to get all the Black Cat films. Black Cat, of course, is a story by Edgar Allan Poe. My favorite Black Cat film is The Black Cat by Lucio Fulci. The other one is Your Vice is Locked Room and Only I Have the Key. That's a very good one, too. That's more giallo than The Black Cat is from Fulci. I'd recommend those both. This is a good one. And Luigi Cosi is in it, and Caroline Munro is in it, so it's definitely worth it. Great actors of that time. So, Shock Treatment, I've heard good things about that. Let's see. Enigma. Yeah, this was Lucio Fulci's answer for Suspiria, believe it or not. So, but it's all about this one. It's worth it for the slipcover, in my opinion. I have this one, Demonia. This is a good one. It's underrated Fulci, in my opinion, and they have this with the slipcover, too, and that ain't bad for that price. And, yeah, 4 people are joining. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. And, hell yeah, thank you, Brad, for stopping by. I know it's late for you over there. And I'll be right back and just hang on tight. Just going through some of the Severance stuff on here. Okay, I'm back. I just had to get my phone here stuff so I can pay attention to the chat a little bit. Thanks again for joining, Brad. Just got a question for you. Let's see. Have you seen this one right here, the Black Cat? What do you think of it too? I'm trying to get these Black Cat releases and stuff like that. I've heard it's pretty good, and it's done by director Luigi Cosi, I believe. I've heard this one's quite good. So I'm thinking about getting that. There's another one. Sorry, chat. Just going to scroll up here a little bit. I know you weren't a big fan of Perdita Durango, but Of course, I do have Day of the Beast and stuff like that. That's a Blu-ray in the slipcover, but they do have the full Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee. It's not bad. It's like $105. It comes with the torture chamber of Dr. Sadism. I don't know. There's something about that film that I like. Like I say, if you don't have Enigma, I don't. I think it's kind of worth it to pick it up with the slip for $30. Why not? Demonia I already have. I have this version right here, but shit, give me a break. Of course, you have the Fulci Forsake, the Beast Must Die. I have this collection right here. That's cheaper than what I got it from. $78. That ain't bad for the Lindsay Baker set. So that comes with the only one I've seen is Orgasmo. Oh, I love this. I love that film a lot. Carol Baker is badass in that film. It's very different than anything I've kind of seen for Giallo wise and stuff like that, but it's very good. I like it a lot. Of course, we have Damn. That's a good price. The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Yeah. Edwidge Finch and George Hilton. Yeah. I've heard really, really good things. This is Sergio Martino too. I'm becoming a huge fanboy of Sergio Martino. I kind of agree with Brad on this and stuff like that. He's a great Italian director. Shit. He's really up there. He has some great films. Everything I've seen from him is very good. That's a damn good price for The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. So definitely that might be a Saint Slave. There's different releases of this, I think. So When the Wind Blows. So yeah, this is childhood trauma. I remember this film. It has been years, of course, but yeah, it's crazy. That's a good price for that. If you want to get nightmares from animation stuff that shouldn't have been shown to children, yeah, that stuff right there is definitely worth it. Let's see. Yeah, Blood and Flesh, the real life and ghastly death of Al Edmondson. I've heard interesting stuff about this film, so it's a docuseries, I think. The Boys Next Door, yes, yes, and yes. They used to show this on TV a lot, late night. I forgot it was Charlie Sheen that's in here. I really like this film. It's very, very, very disturbing. Yeah. These two dudes right here, they're just basically outcasts and stuff like that. There's a scene. This dude pisses in the pool. It's this dude you have to worry about, not him. But it's this one right here. And it's like towards graduation. They go to Los Angeles and all hell breaks loose. There's a scene where this dude tosses a bottle. It's in a crowd of people and it hits a lady. It's crazy. I have not seen this in a long, long, long time. But it's very good. It's very disturbing. It's very sad too. It brings out a lot of emotions. But I highly recommend The Boys Next Door. Congrats for Severin for releasing this. I'm surprised no other label released this. I forget the studio that originally brought that out. Okay, so more of a parody. Yeah, okay. Good deal. Then there's this one. I remember seeing this at Barnes & Noble. So there's this one right here. I heard this one's pretty good. The Angelus Zombie, the Beyond Killer. Oh, wow, producer. Okay, and it's cozy. Okay. Yeah, funny. You'll see this all the time on here and stuff like that. That's a good price for that, too. I listened to a lot of Dark Synth. I remember when I started listening to Dark Synth, they do collaborations, and this cover was on there in a YouTube video where it starts as this, where you see this dude on top here. Then you have all this here too. So that could be an interesting pickup if you're all interested in that. That's a 2-disc one. There's the standard. So not a lot of difference in price, so it depends. Wax Mask, I have that one. I still need to watch that. Blythe the Demon of Incest, Killer Crocodile. So you have different versions. One with the slipcover, of course. Night Killer. That looks interesting. The Uncanny. This is a story in the Black Cat, isn't it? I believe. Yeah, it's an anthology shocker. So maybe there's a thing on the Black Cat on here. Yeah, the cat's a victim. Okay. So yeah, so it's a horror anthology. I'm into those, and boy, this is an all-star cast here. Peter Cushing and Donald Pleasence. So I don't know if that may be the first time they've ever been in a film together. And yeah, Peter Cushing never changed his appearance. I mean, seriously, he always looked the same, regardless of age. It's crazy. Yeah, Brad, I have Wax Mask. I got that in the last Severance sale. So, so I heard it's pretty good. It's almost like a take, I think, on the Phantom of the Opera a little bit, I think. So, yeah, I can't wait to check that out. But that's definitely a future episode of Slasher Saturday, probably. So, St. Bernard, I've heard interesting stuff about this one. The Emmanuel stuff I'm not interested in. Death Warrant Up, I don't know anything about that. It looks to be like a torture porn type of a thing. So there's Next of Kin. I think Eurocult talked about this one right here. I heard it's interesting. Ain't bad for that. Curse of the Vampires. Hemisphere Pictures. So, okay. Interesting stuff here. In color, so it's definitely an older film, but I like the older films. Now I'm starting to get into that. Skinner. Somebody was talking about this in one of the chats of the streams I was watching. Ted Raimi. Interesting. Hairspray fame. Okay. Tasteless. It looks to be a slasher, so. The skin is very good. The colors are yellow. Yeah. Jack the Ripper. I've heard of that one. Yeah, all the colors are yellow. This is another one with Edwidge Fenech in it. Or no, never mind. This is the docu-series of this. Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. Yeah. Oh, damn. 1749. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all the colors of the dark. Yeah, this is the one with Edwidge Fenech in it. Beniche. This is another film by Sergio Martino. So this is like a cult type film for what I understand. Yeah, 1749. Yeah, good deal. It comes with a CD soundtrack. Why not? Kat Ellinger, good for her. Doing these. That's very cool that she's starting to do like a lot of things. So it's very cool that she's in this stuff and stuff. I like her content that she does. So very cool. Brides of Blood, Terrors of Man. Yeah, we're getting to the nitty gritty here. And look at this. We got the cases from them. Anthropophagus. Yes, I have not watched this yet, but I have watched this. I love this film. Probably the best Halloween 2 knockoff I've ever seen. Joe D'Amato, Mr. Eastman. I know he goes by another name. I've watched this. I love this. I love the commentary on this a lot. It's a very good film. I highly recommend this. If you like slashers, I do too. I forgot how big is Eastman Wiz. That's gigantic. Of course, you have the Changeling Standard Edition Blu-ray for $15. That should be cheaper. I have this release, the Blu-ray with the slipcover. I have this one. I love this film, of course. Zombie 3. This was Lucio Fulci's attempt to kind of redo stuff. He was here for a little bit, I think, but not entirely. So, yeah, Ilan left the Philippines-based production. Yes. And then Bruno Mattei took over. So, that may be a future pickup for me because I'm interested in this film to see how that works out and stuff like that. I've seen clips of it, of course. So, Baskin, I've heard some stuff about that. Eaten Alive. This is another cannibal type film. Documentary. Yeah, it is, Brad. I do have Shudder, so yeah, definitely worth the trouble. Just saying, when the wind blows to my order, I need to calm down. But you're kind of like me, where it's those interesting animated stuff that they showed, but they shouldn't have showed back in the day. So, and now the Screaming starts. I've heard interesting stuff about that. Threads. I've heard interesting stuff about The Devil's Honey. I love The Devil's Honey a lot. I think that was my number 5, my favorite Fulci films and stuff like that. I just had to put it on there. There's just something about this something about this film. I don't know. It's just it's good to me. It's different. So, but I like it a lot. That's Devil's Honey. So I would recommend that film a lot. And it's just like $12, dude. It's like, why not? Devil's Reign, Big Boy Lover Boy. It's like trippy stuff. Blackenstein. That's very funny. Last one here. Wild Beast. I've heard interesting stuff about. Noinsploitation. Drive-In Massacre. I've heard interesting stuff about. Axe Kidnap Code 2 disc collection. Kathy's Curse. It looks to be like a possession type of film. Of course, the Birdemic stuff. The Killing of America, $15. And then there's this one right here, Burial Ground. I've heard very good things about that. That's a good price for that with a slip. Wow. Yeah, that dude's a full-grown ass man, by the way. A man-child, literally. I heard this film is all over the place, but it's supposed to be very, very good, for what I understand. So I remember watching Dirk Darren and Gizmo was on there to stream on this film, so it's definitely interesting. This might be a WTF film for you, Brad. That's Burial Ground. Of course, The Killing of America. That's a good price. But it's a filmmaker by Shelton Rennen. And then, yeah, Kiss of the Spider Woman and Blue Collar. So, yeah, of course, the typical. There's Mr. Ed Kemper. This man right here, I believe, was the inspiration for Jason Voorhees. This is a big dude. He's like 6'something, 6'8". Very articulate. I don't know. I'm fascinated by this character. The actor that played him in Mindhunters is very good, and he talks just like him and acts just like him. So I might have to check this up. That's trippy. Man. So Butcher Doctor. The Sinful Dwarf. There you go, everybody. Christopher Lee is Count Dracula. Of course he is. Is this the one by Jess Franco? So if you want the Bare Bones Blu-ray release, here you go. So I think this is a re-release if I'm right. I like them like this. I have no issue with them like that. Jess Franco, I know, is a trippy director. There's Renfield, I think. So, yeah, he just looks so good like that. So, Queen of Blood. Interesting. I wonder if this is a take on Miss Bathory. So, that looks interesting as a film. Let's see. Night Castle, Lost Souls. Queen of Blood is terrible? Okay, cool. Absolutely. Bloody Moon, I heard, is interesting. Dana, on her stream, talked about this film. I think this is a Shaman video, but I heard this is this is it's Euro trash, but it's Jess Franco. So I heard this is a pretty trippy film. So that ain't bad. Hey, $12 for like a slasher. Why the fuck not? So Zulu Dawn, House on the Straw Wheel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's very interesting. So I might go back to this. Okay, so that's one of the better ones. So I like Bloody Moon. I kind of figured that. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah, so I'm looking at stuff on my phone here, so definitely. Okay, so let's go to Hamilton, by the way. I know they were doing a sale, I think. So let's see. That's Barnes & Noble. There we go. Go to the Blu-ray section here real quick. And yes, Brad, you're correct. There's always another sale. So I don't think enough people look at Hamilton book right here. So let's just take a look at this real quick. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. 5 people in here. Very, very, very late or very, very early morning. So very, very cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to check those out in general. Like I say, if you have any questions for me, just go and answer them. Like I say, I have the chat on my phone too through YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, check them out if you have a chance. So I appreciate it. 7 people in here. Like I say, thank you very much. Like I say, thank you very much for the support. 120 subscribers, which a lot of them are probably bots from the deepest, darkest reaches of hell. So I appreciate it. So let's take a look at the goodies here real quick. Snake Eyes. Wow. 4K for $8. I've heard kind of bad stuff for this. So A Quiet Place 4K, a part 2. That's an interesting release. That's a web exclusive. So is this from another country? No, it's a steelbook case. Okay. Wow. So A Quiet Place 2, which I heard is quite good, steelbook for $10. Again, $10. Why not? There's this masterpiece here too. We will not talk about it. If you like 3D Blu-rays for imports and stuff like that, why not? If you can play them. Godzilla vs. Kong, I still need to watch that, surprisingly. The Mule, I've heard good things about this film. I haven't watched it yet. I know it's a very good Clint Eastwood film. That's a 4K import, but it's 4K, so it should play. MFA, it's a web exclusive. So it's Dark Sky Films. Very interesting. So it's a revenge film, so that means there's torture porn in this. Interesting. Like I say, $5. You can get Blu-rays for $5. You can get them cheaper too. So Battlefield Earth. I've watched most of that. It is what it is for that. Let's see. Broadcast. Savage Beach, man. Let's check out the trippy shit here. Mill Creek. So who's in this? Donna Spear and Homer Compton. When did this come out? I don't think it mentions it. It looks to be definitely 80s and stuff like that. So it looks to be ninja stuff or what have you. Sleep Tight. Shazam 3D, the original one. Like I say, they have 3D stuff. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. This is the original one. I've been looking at this for a long time. I've heard interesting stuff about this, but it's Katie Holmes and it's Guy Pearce. So it's been like bad and it's been good. So it depends. Lovecraft Country. I thought about, that's the first season, but that's a Blu-ray import, so it means it will not play. Aquaman 3D, if you like the 3D stuff. Leech. Like again, Johnny Walker has mentioned Leech. He likes it, so if you like that ain't bad for a Blu-ray. $11 or $12. Night of the Living Dead. Jesus Christ. The Pledge. I've heard of this one. Pitch Black. Blu-ray from Arrow. $12. Can't beat that. This is David Harbour's Hellboy. I still need to check that out because I like him as an actor. And he's pretty good for what he does. Hey, Pap, thanks for joining, my friend. Thank you for just stopping by. I appreciate that. I do appreciate sharing the love here. Sleep from Arrow, $12. Stephen King's Cat's Eye. So the Bare Bones Blu-ray. Why not? I should pick this up. I haven't seen this film in years. I know, yeah, of course, Drew Barrymore is in here. I think James Woods is in here too. They have like I say, it's an anthology, one about smoking, of how bad it is. Of course, Steel Dawn. This was released by Vestron. This is a good film. I like it. Patrick Swayze. Kind of like a Mad Max knockoff film. I still like it. I haven't seen this in a very, very long time. And that's a good price if you just want the Blu-ray for less than $6, a little bit less. Tarzan, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Blu-ray digital. So it's just a Blu-ray for that. Okay. It's pretty cool. That's a web exclusive. So they have web exclusives. So I'd recommend that. This would have been a good film if they didn't make the great Sean Connery be a dumbass idiot in this, and they did Unicron dirty. They hopefully corrected that in Rise of the Beast for a Transformers movie. Blah blah blah. This one right here looks interesting. Blue City with Jude Nelson and Ali Sheedy. I like Jude Nelson as an actor, and it's Olive's film, so they have Olive Films stuff here. $6, that's kind of worth it for this, so it looks interesting. And David Caruso is in this, and I really like David Caruso as an actor. He's kind of trippy actor, so. And it's only 83 minutes, so that might be a pickup here, so I'd highly recommend that. Darkness Rising, that's an IFC one. I'm sure Pops has that. As Above, So Below. Really like that. This is an import though, but I have the I have this release right here. I really like As Above, So Below. It's a different type of found footage film, but I'd recommend this a lot. It's like top 10 found footage for me. I really like As Above, So Below. Also has a song from In This Moment, As Above, So Below. Maria Brink, Be My Future Wife. That's all I'm going to say about that. That'll never happen, but yeah, she's my future wife. And ex-wife. So let's see. Bambi, if you want a Blu-ray import of Bambi. Ran, I know they have a steelbook of this out already. And this is the newer version of Perry Mason. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark from Arrow. The Blu-ray from for $15. I don't know if it's cheaper on the site. Then there's this one. This is The Last Chance. So it's a double feature. So we have The Watcher with James Spader and Marissa Tomei. And it's a double feature with The Skeleton Key. So, and it's just a Mill Creek one. $5, that might be worth picking up. If it's still available, pick it up, people. You know, I'm helping you all out here. The Possessed, I have this as part of the Giallo Essentials set. The first set that they released, the red set, or the red box set. I recommend this. This is a good neo-noir Giallo film done in the late 50s to early 60s. It's really good. I like it. It's kind of gothic. I like it a lot. I have this set right here. No, do I? Yeah, I think I do. But yeah, it's Clint Eastwood. Why not? Some other stuff here. The Art of Self-Defense. I've heard this is $5. I heard this is kind of a trippy film. So Hellraiser, $15. If you don't have the 4K set, which I have, I recommend that. I love Hellraiser a lot. Sundown, haven't heard of. Things to Come, haven't heard of. This isn't worth it. It's worth it for the first film, not for this one. Let's see. Inner Sanctum Mysteries, haven't heard this stuff. Still the Dead, haven't heard of it. Hugh Jackman, Frontrunner, I've not heard of that one either. The Grudge, aka The Grudge, yeah, the Untold Chapter. I love this film a lot. I need to revisit this. This is a really good film. People slept on this. I like it a lot. That's pretty good. $5, Jesus Christ. 4K of War Dogs. I heard this is pretty good. Yeah, with Jonah Hill and Miles Teller. Miles Teller is a very good actor. Jonah Hill, it's Jonah Hill. That's an import, though, but it's 4K. But, yeah, I heard War Dogs is pretty good. Let's see. Tremors. Is that a steelbook from Arrow? It looks to be a steelbook from Arrow. So this might be. But, yeah, this is the OG. 25. Yeah, it ain't bad. That's a web exclusive, so. The Devil's Dolls, The King of Comedy. Wow, there's that one too. That's yeah, Robert De Niro. Jerry Lewis, my goodness. Yeah, $8. Mass, I haven't heard of that one. Bloodshot, possibly. And then The Devil's Dolls. Let me check here in the chat. Eight people in here? My God, the freaks come out at night. What's going on, Texas, my brother? How you doing? I still need to check out your Something Rotten. I know you're on there and stuff like that. I can't wait to check that out because I have my own stack of stuff, too, I'm watching. Of course, Pap, the man. Thank you for joining, my brother. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. The Cell, I've been waiting to find it. Yeah, The Cell? Yeah, I actually like The Cell. It's different part by... It's Lopez, if that's the same one you're talking about. The Devil's Dolls I've heard about. But Going here. 2-movie collection. I think I have the same one. Far From Home. Far From Home is like blah, blah. Homecoming is good. Far From Home is like, okay, they could have done better. Constantine City of Demons. I still need to kind of purchase this. That ain't bad for a 4K Blu-ray for DC Animated. Baywatch, possibly. That film looks interesting to me. The Accountant. I've heard good things about this one. If you want the Blu-ray, just $5. I heard it's actually quite good. And John Bernthal is in this too, and he's a great actor. So, Blade Runner: The Final Cut. I want the. Damn it, Anthony! You actually have it. You actually have that one that has the theatrical cut on there. I hate you. I have this Blu-ray right here. It's one of my all-time favorite films. I love this film a lot. Final Cut's good. I'm not hating on it and stuff like that. Caveman, I might pick this one up here too. That's a good price for a Blu-ray anime called Fireworks and stuff like that. So, and it is from Shout Factory. I don't know if he's seen it yet. Hard Hits, Boogie Woogie, some stuff I haven't heard of. The Fanatic with John Travolta, that looks interesting, looks new. Encanto, of course, Hellboy, the OG with Ron Perlman. I love Hellboy. Love that. The Lesson, damn, I would pick this up. I like The Lesson a lot. It's a good film. It's good. I like it a lot. I think you all would too. I think Tony did this, reviewed this on, I think it was Tony, or one of you all reviewed this on something run my collection, but I like The Lesson a lot. It's a good film. It's pretty trippy. Fantasy Island, I haven't watched yet. Lakewood looks interesting. Cherry Tree. Double Cinderella set. My goodness. Trapped, I have that. I know they just released 4K of this, right? So I still need to check that out. But yeah, $5 for a Blu-ray? Hell, pick it up, dude. Breeders. Why not? It's $2. It's from All In Films. My God. Fearing that their city is in target of serial rapists. My God. Anybody know when this film came out? It looks older. So, and it's all the films for $12. That ain't bad. Ashfall of Phoenix Forgotten. Is this found footage? Revelation based on true events and a strange pattern of lights appear in peaks. Okay, interesting. I wonder. And it's 20th Century Fox, so might be interested. Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. Yeah, interesting. Piranha 3D, and here we go. Piranha Double D and stuff like that. I should get this. $5 or close to it. I think Bing Rames is in this one too, so I know somebody makes an appearance here at the start. Grave of the Vampire. So this was going out of print on Scream Factory, and it's $10 here. And this is a web exclusive. I've heard interesting stuff about this. I may have to check. May have to pick this up. So. The Accountant is worth it. Yeah. Accountant is really good. Very cool. I have Fireworks. I've not watched it yet. Okay. Dead Souls, Heroes. That looks like a Henry Winkler's in that one, so it looks like an older one. Captain America, the First Avenger. Jupiter Ascending. Interesting. Yeah, it's a 3D one. I've seen the tail ending of Jupiter Ascending. That's a trippy film. I need to watch the rest of that. It's too bad because I need to get this one, Exodus, Gods and Kings, because it's directed by Ridley Scott. So it's Christian Bale playing as Moses. But yeah, it's a web exclusive, so I need to save up and buy myself an import Blu-ray player. Hellbound Hellraiser 2, of course, $15. That ain't bad. Rebel Without a Cause Blu-ray, James Dean, of course. The Birds, and that's that's a 4K import of The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, for $10. That would be a pickup. I love The Birds, but yeah. Skylines. Old. I liked Old a lot. That's one of my more favorite M. Night Shyamalan films, so I like it a lot. Dunkirk. I like Dunkirk. It's short, so people kind of give it shit. Tom Hardy's in this. And Harry Styles. And I used to shit on Harry Styles, but he plays a good role in this. So I like Dunkirk a lot. The Scorpion series. I saw some of this, and this is season 1. If you want to check out a season of this, why not? Pick that up. And the 4K of Spiral, which I like Spiral, and it's disappointing that this wasn't included in the set. I actually like Spiral. People shit on this. I like it. Annabelle 3 film collection. If you like Annabelle, which I do, if you want to get the 3 films for $10, why not? We dare you to look into Dr. Blood's Coffin. So it looks like an old school type of film, so why not? Tron Legacy. I like Tron Legacy. That's a good one. I like this film a lot. It is interesting towards the ending. It kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger. But I like Tron Legacy. Damn, that's a good price for that. Torched, I have this. I still need to watch it. Baby Teeth. This might be, I mean, her parents' worst nightmare. Web exclusive. I've heard good things about Baby Teeth. It's been, wow. I should check that out. IFC Films. IFC Films does good stuff. Damn, $5, dude. You can't. Yeah. Nighthawk Special Edition. That must be a remake of that. Yeah, Caveman. If I do get that, we could do that. We could maybe do a watch along if you want to kind of do it like that. That'd be good. Kind of a good idea. But yeah, absolutely. This is pretty cool. I've wanted to get Annihilation. I like Annihilation a lot. And Arrival, I've heard like mixed reviews on that, but like a double set for not $10, but $6. Yeah, dude, you can make a killing with this. Ghost Rider, The Great Fire. I like Ghost Rider. Spirit of Vengeance. I like that one too. Yeah, I like it. I like Nicolas Cage playing that. Patient Zero. I have this. I think Wild Wrangler mentioned this. That has Matt Smith in this. I got this as one of parts of my early horror packs. So I do have this. So I still need to watch this. Bad Samaritan. So this has David Tennant in it. I've heard good things about this one too. It's almost like a Don't Breathe, I think, type of scenario. So I've heard good things. And yeah, this is done by Sony Pictures. God, $4, dude, give me a break. To Your Death. Scary Movie unrated. Yes, and yes. I love Scary Movie a lot. Hilarious shit. So Music and Romance 6 movie collection, $10. So what does it have in there? So looks like one with Nicolas Cage. Wow, okay. Shout, I haven't heard about. There you go. The Caveman's Valentine there, Caveman. The Man Who Cried. Yeah, I haven't heard of any of these. Johnny Depp looks to be that one. Wow. So let's see here. Orgy of the Living Dead. That ain't bad for $8. Doctor Who, Twice Upon a Time. Yeah, that's when Peter Capaldi was still playing it. Imaginary Crimes and Silent Fall. A double set for this. John Lithgow looks like Linda Hamilton. Maybe wrong. Yep. And I don't know the dude on top there. I can't see. Richard Dreyfuss. And then we have another one called Imaginary Crimes for about $5, and that's from Mill Creek. So that's a double set too. Cool. I may need to pick up some of this stuff too. I like the older school stuff, so I'm on Hamilton Book. HamiltonBook.com's website there, Texas. I recommend going to them. If you want to buy cheap Blu-rays, this is the place to go. You can find dirt cheap stuff. I got an On Films Blu-ray for like $2. So I highly recommend that. The Possession of Hannah Grace. Yes, I would pick this up. I've heard good things about this one too. Damn. Yeah, Shane Mitchell and stuff like that too. This is trippy. Yeah, I've seen this film. Yeah, when a cop who's just out of rehab takes the graveyard shift in the city hospital morgue, she faces a series of bizarre violent crimes. Yes, I love the possession of Hannah Grace. This is a good horror film. I like it a lot. Yeah, that's worth it. The Hobbit 3D profile. Interesting. True events. Journalist. Interesting. Okay. Day. Okay, we're at the tail end of that. Yeah, thanks for all for hanging with me here. I know it's really late and stuff like that, just going through the cool shit. I do work at 11 a.m. tomorrow, but that's California time. But that's okay. I may not come to hell down here and get some shit off of here, because you can spend easily at least $20 and get some good just Blu-ray releases, because there's nothing wrong with Blu-ray, and some cheap 4K releases. I mean, this is totally worth it. So let's see here. Contamination Point 7, Gemini. I've heard stuff about this one. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's a BBC series, I think. Contamination Point 7. Oh, somebody's talked about this. Cult Classic also goes by Creepers, The Crawlers, and Troll 3, rated R, 94 minutes. And it's from Shout Factory, so they did have this. Goosebumps 1 and 2. These are the films. I heard these are pretty good for what they are. Jack Black is in the second one, I think. He's in the first. Yeah, with the stupid-ass puppet. They're like kid horror-type fun films. Let's see. Kiss of the Damned. And this is from Magnet. Zan Cassavetes. I think that's his son. One of the best vampire films. Yeah. Her Love Never Dies. Beautiful vampire Joanna tries to resist the advances of the handsome human Scrida Apollo, but eventually gives in to their passion. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Magnet, a.k.a. Magnolia Pictures. Interesting. Academy Award nominee, Best Animated. Yeah. Best animated feature. Yeah, Persepolis. Filmed by Mary. Okay. I've heard good things about this one. Based off the graphic novel. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, check out this stuff. Cheap enough, like say Blue Sky. Yeah, Jessica Lange. I've heard that's a really good film. Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones. Then we have a double set. Yeah, so this is the Steelbook. Yeah. From Lionsgate. Yeah, Steelbook. $10. Yes. This is I forget the kind of cover this has. It looks kind of trippy. I forget how the Steelbook looks and stuff like that. I remember seeing this at Walmart a couple months ago. That's good if you want another version of this and another version of Total Recall. I have a Steelbook of Total Recall that I got at Walmart for dirt cheap. And here it is, Slender Man. That ain't bad for $5. This film gets shit on because it was done right after the events of the Slender Man killings, which actually happened. So people shit on this film. It's okay. I've seen it. It's not the greatest film in the world, but it's all right. I like it, and it's worth it for $5 if you want to get it for cheaper. Probably wait for it. If you want this version of it, I have this as part of kind of a DVD set, but this is the Blu-ray of Feast. So, yeah, $5. Why not? Pick it up. I would recommend it. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard great kind of crazy stuff about the film. So, Dead Rising, Dennis Miller, yeah, blah, blah. Gatsby, yeah, with The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio. I've heard interesting stuff about this. Stranger at My Door. That looks interesting. Ryan Reynolds, Hope Davis, The Nines. Star Trek: The Motion Picture Trilogy. $5 for the Blu-ray. Yeah, why not? So like the box. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'd actually get that for $5. Why the hell not? Die Hard 2. Wow, where I just showed the DVD that I got off of the Goodwill. I found it, but yeah, there's the Blu-ray for that. Yeah, Die Hard 2, Die Harder. I really like the film. $5. Gorgo, $25 is probably just the regular 4K for that. It is Vinegar Syndrome. The Huntsman, Winter's War. I've not watched this yet, but that ain't bad for that price. I like Snow White and the Huntsman a lot, so I'd recommend that. Running with the Devil. I've heard about this one. Yeah, Nicolas Cage and Larry Fishburne. I'll always call him Larry Fishburne. It just sounds cooler. The Demolisher. What? Bruce channels his feelings. Comes Man, Wrecking Ball stars Rye Barrett. So never heard of that. Looks interesting. Dirty Dancing. I have the steelbook of that. Batman Hush, and that's the import for that. I should pick that up one of these days. Bronson Triple Threat Collection. What's in here? So this has Death Wish 2, 3, and 4, The Crackdown. Wow. So I have Death Wish 2 by Vinegar Syndrome. I have the Blu-ray of that, or I think it's the 4K. One of the two. I think it's the 4K. I haven't watched Death Wish 2 in a while, but that film is a lot disturbing. The original is disturbing. 2 takes it to another level, in my opinion. 4 is a fun time. The Crackdown. Wow. That's pretty good for $6. I would suggest picking that up, possibly. MGM, of course. Hondo, of course, if you like John Wayne films. I do. I like John Wayne. I like him as an actor. So, the 4K of The Accountant, which is a web exclusive for $10. Hell yeah. Dude, that's probably more worth it than whatever. So, let's see. Durant Cinema, Sky Sharks. There you go, my friend. $5. Action comedy for film collection and stuff like that. I'd have to look at that. Ultraman, if you're into the Ultraman stuff. Her, this was the, yeah, is that it is not an import, I believe. I still need to watch this film. I heard it's very trippy. Of course, Joaquin Phoenix, Scarlett Johansson as the voice of this. It's almost like an Echo Dot type of a thing. I heard it's very, very, very trippy of a film. I love Joaquin Phoenix. He's one of the best actors I've ever seen in cinema. I really like Joaquin Phoenix a lot. So a lot of films I've seen him in, all have been good in my opinion. So The Men's Club, never heard of that. That dude looks familiar on the right. So let's sure enough it is. So this dude is from Body Double. I will discuss that on Brad's stream on Wednesday. So yeah, Treat Williams. Yeah. This looks very interesting. So with dubious credentialment, background support group like sections, and they share their innermost fears, regrets, and longings, and shocking revelations. So this looks interesting, the Men's Club. So, wow. I may need to check this out. That's a good price for that. Who's all in this? Yeah, Roy Schreider's in this. So this is an all-star cast. Wow. So definitely worth, yeah, I might have to pick this up. Definitely. Gotham, I like this series for when it was playing. It's very interesting. Specifically, this dude that plays the Penguin. He's a good actor. World War Z, I still need to check that out. If you don't have these films, Scream Queen double feature. Jamie Lee Curtis in The Fog, yeah, whatever. The Howling, whatever. But if you don't have these films, it's a pretty cool double set to pick up. So I'd recommend just picking this up if you do not have the films. I have The Howling and I have The Fog. I love The Howling a lot, and I love The Fog a lot. So The Fog is underrated Carpenter, in my opinion. Pilgrimage, I've heard about. Yeah, Tom Holland is in that one. I've heard interesting stuff about this. There's this one that I thought it was recent. So let's see. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is probably the 70s one here. Zombies 4 movie collection. Let's check this out. So I have a collection kind of like this that has the crazies. This is the remake. I like this a lot. It's a good one. It's just been a while. Terror Experiment I haven't heard of. The Demented I haven't heard of. And Mimesis I've not heard of either. But it's an Anchor Bay collection on Blu-ray, so possibly Anchor Bay no longer exists. Portal, Journey 2, Aquaman, Nostalgia, Curse of whoever that is, Killing of a Sacred Deer. I should pick this up. $9 for a Blu-ray? Sure. Nicole Kidman is in this. And Colin Farrell is in this. I've heard really good stuff about this. Who directed this? Is this Lars von Trier? I don't think it is, but I've heard good stuff about The Killing of a Sacred Deer. So, let's see here. Okay. Disney's Christopher Robin. I forgot they did a film on that. The First King. I've heard good stuff about this one. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. South. Ghost Protocol. I have this one here, and it's a metal book. So, The Craft Legacy. No. The double feature Mean Girls and Clueless. Yeah. Lindsay Lohan. I would pick this up. This may be interesting and stuff like that. This is Lindsay Lohan when, she was, God, my goodness. That's all I'm going to say about that. Moment of Romance. So this is a Radiance release. Yeah, $20. So maybe cheaper somewhere else. Gorillas in the Mist. So, yeah, Sigourney Weaver. It's based, the adventure of Diane Fossey. So this is I haven't seen this film in years. That's a good price for that. It's a deep film. It's based off a true story. Very tragic in my opinion, but it's a good film for what it is. I think it got nominated for a few Oscars. I may be mistaken. Let's see. Super Beast. That's an older film, of course. Well, The Punisher and the Punisher Warzone. If you don't have these Blu-rays, I have the DVD of this one with Thomas Jane, which I really like a lot. And of course, I have the 4K steelbook of this one with the late great Ray Stevens. Star is Born. That's an older one, so that's the other remake that was done back in the day with Streisand and Chris Christopherson. So pretty good. Thrills and Chills collection. Stephen King films, it looks like, and some other stuff there. Be the Beginning, Season 1. I've heard this is interesting there, Caveman. You may be interested in that. Krypton, I liked for what I saw. VHS, yes. $5, why not? If you don't have it. True Blood, complete first season. Damn, dude. Get these full first seasons for like dirt cheap. The Deadly Bees. James Woods and Robert Downey Jr., True Believer. Wow. So this is very interesting here. And that's from Will Creek, too. So, yeah, very interesting. $30 Season 2. So from ESPN, these were good docuseries on Sports Story. Yeah, You Don't Know Bo. Elway and Marino. Miracles of Men, yeah. Good docu-series by ESPN. The first season I recommend because it had their first episode for 30 for 30 was Muhammad and Larry. The fight with Muhammad Ali and Larry Holmes. That's the first kind of docu-series I saw in sports that brought me to tears. Yeah. A very good docu-series the ESPN did. Magnificent Seven. I have this version of it. Money Plane now. Batman the Long Halloween. I heard that's kind of good for an animated film from DC. The Three. Wow. So if you want to get the Blu-ray, just the bare bones Blu-ray, so you have this one here. Superman trilogy of the OG films. Of course, Superman the film. The movie Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, and then Superman Returns. So it's 1 and 2, then Superman Returns. Superman 2 Returns is a little underrated. It has Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, so I'd highly recommend that. Project X. This is a found footage. Yeah, this is a William Castle production. So, this is something different. Okay, I'm thinking of something different. I'm thinking of something different there with that. So it looks interesting. So. Dog Soldiers, that's a yes. Yeah, if you want the Blu-ray of that, there it is, right there. The Invisible Man, that's an older film. It's a different film. Stuff that was done in China, I think, or Hong Kong films. Halloween. Itsy Bitsy, the one Tony from Basement Blues does not like. So, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, just going through that real quick, everybody. I know it's getting pretty late. We're almost at midnight here. My time, I know it's 3 or 4, close to 4 in the morning at the other place. Anyway, thank you all for joining real quick. Thank you again for the 120 plus subscribers to my channel. I really appreciate it. This Slasher Dude is very blessed and very happy. I was just going through some boutique sites real quick. Unfortunately, I missed out on the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale and stuff like that. That's fine. That's a blessing in disguise. I need to calm the hell down and all this other stuff. Thank you again for everybody who joined. Some late, I really appreciate it. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you all to this awesome community. Like I said, it's very very humbling, and very blessed to be a part of this awesome community, and just really great. Thank you all for stopping by again. If you could subscribe to everybody here in the chat, if you haven't yet, subscribe to just Brad from 4K10 Revival. Subscribe to Texas. Subscribe to Caveman. Subscribe to Pat Master. Subscribe to these awesome people, to these awesome community. I thank you all very much. You all have a great evening. I will see you all Wednesday when I'll do my Shadow Wednesday. And I will see you all Wednesday too when I'm doing the last 5 with Brad and Pop, a.k.a. Alan from Pop's Movie Dungeon on his channel. Thank you all again for the support and love. I will see you all next time. You all take care. Have a great evening. Take care. And make sure you slash the like. See y'all later. Bye-bye.